Cowboys 13 meters Eugene Tanner, AP file, in this deck. 2018 file photo, Louisiana Tech defensive end Jaylon Ferguson, 45 sacks Hawaii quarterback Chevan Cordeiro, 12, in the first half of the Hawaii Bowl NCAA college football game, in Honolulu. Louisiana Tech defensive end Jaylon Ferguson and Colorado State wide receiver Preston Williams have already completed their work in Indianapolis. They didn't lift weights, didn't get clocked in the 40-yard dash, didn't even appear on the NFL telecast. Instead, they took medical tests and tried explaining to team officials why they couldn't work out with everyone else at the league's annual scouting combine. AP photo, Eugene Tanner, file, by John Owning at John Owning. The Dallas Cowboys finally dipped their toes into the free agency waters last week, signing low-risk talents such as Christian Covington, Kerry Hyder, Randall Cobb and George Aloka in an effort to fill the biggest holes plaguing the roster. By filling their most immediate needs, with Gregory's suspension, right defensive end is still a need, but a potential trade for Robert Quinn could quell those concerns soon. The Cowboys give themselves the opportunity to stay true to their board during the NFL draft, as there's not as much pressure to acquire talent at a certain position, which can lead to teams sacrificing value to fulfill a need. In theory, this would make it difficult to ascertain who the Cowboys are interested in drafting because without any glaring needs, the team could conceivably go in a variety of directions. Luckily, teams have the ability to invite 30 prospects to their facilities as national pre-draft visitors. On those visits, teams aren't allowed to work out players. Instead, the teams can conduct physical examinations, interviews and written tests on the NFL prospects. On top of that, teams can invite an unlimited number of players who attended high school or college in that team's metropolitan area for a visit. Unlike national visitors, teams are permitted to work out players who attend in this fashion. For the Cowboys, this is commonly referred to as Dallas Day, where the Cowboys invite a large group of Dallas area prospects to work out for the team's coaching staff, front office and scouts. While the lists of official visitors and Dallas Day participants never gets released by the team, it does tend to get leaked to the media every year. The true value of these leaked visitor lists vary from team to team, and luckily for us, the Cowboys are one of the teams where the value is high. Look no further than Dallas' 2018 draft class for evidence. Dallas' first-round pick Leighton Vander Esch was a national pre-draft visitor, while the second-round selection, Connor Williams, was a Dallas Day participant. In fact, the last Cowboys' first-round pick who wasn't a pre-draft visitor was Morris Claiborne in 2012. With that in mind, our goal over the next month is to evaluate as many of the Cowboys' pre-draft visitors as possible, prioritizing national visitors over Dallas Day participants. To start the series off, let's evaluate and grade 2 exciting safety prospects along with a record-setting defensive end. Note, these grades are the individual evaluation of the author and not meant to predict the Cowboys' grade or where the player may be drafted. Also, here's the link to the grading scale being used. Taylor Rapp, Washington, safety source. If Taylor Rapp is available when the Cowboys are on the clock with the 58th overall pick, Jerry Jones should immediately send in their draft card with the Washington safety's name on it. He's that good. Unfortunately, the 6-foot, 208-pound safety isn't likely to last until the late second round, as he possesses the skill set and playmaking ability to be selected in the top 40 selections. While Rapp spent a good deal of time playing deep in single and two high zones, he's at his best when playing down near the line of scrimmage as a box or overhang defender. Rapp displays outstanding football intelligence and mental processing ability, as he is rarely caught out of position despite playing from a wide variety of alignments. Rapp's processing ability enables him to have linebacker-esque impact when defending the run from the box. On top of that, Rapp possesses elite change of direction ability, as evidenced by his outstanding 6.89-second three-cone and 3.99-second short shuttle times, which enables him to avoid blockers well on his way to the ball carrier on top of staying sticky in coverage against breaking routes. As a run defender, Rapp is fantastic filling from a variety of alignments. When aligned deep, Rapp displays fantastic geometric instincts, which is a fancy way of saying he takes outstanding angles to the ball carrier. He also showcases outstanding closing speed, allowing him to close the gap between him and the ball carrier extremely quick. When he arrives at the tackle point, Rapp demonstrates the ability to lay a big hit without sacrificing the fundamentals, which is why he is the most reliable tackler in the safety class. Moreover, Rapp is an outstanding run blitzer, showing the ability to knife into the backfield to disrupt the running game. In coverage, Rapp displays the athleticism, technique and awareness to enable him to be incredibly effective in short to intermediate zones. Furthermore, he showcases the ability to match tight ends in coverage from the slot, showing the physicality necessary to provide tight coverage at the break and catch points. During his senior year, Rapp allowed only 8 catches on 18 targets, 44.4 reception percentage, for just 53 yards while accumulating 4 pass breakups and 1 interception, per Pro Football Focus. Unfortunately, despite his talent in coverage, Rapp's ball skills still need improvement, which is why Rapp had just 3 interceptions in his last 2 seasons combined. Moreover, Rapp tends to be risk-averse when playing in a single high safety role, as he typically aligns so deep, 25 yards off the line of scrimmage at times, that it prevents him from effecting as many plays as he should. The deep safety role is overvalued to me. I want a safety that can blitz fill the alley, but against the run cover and man jump routes, has route recognition tackle in space. Taylor Rapp had a broken tackle rate of 3.6% at SportsInfo. He does all 5 of those well. Pic.twitter.com/so3nsgxkj, KP at KP_show, March 16, 2019. Ultimately, Rapp would be a perfect fit as a strong safety for the Cowboys. Even with the acquisition of George Iloka, Rapp would immediately become the most talented strong safety on the roster and could provide a noticeable upgrade over Jeff Heath in the starting lineup. However, the Cowboys would likely need to trade up to secure the Washington safety, grade 7.86, early second-round Jonathan Abram, Mississippi State, safety source. To steal a line for the iconic movie Clueless, LO1, Jonathan Abram's skill set is a full-on Monet. At first glance, it's easy to get caught up in the likable traits displayed by Abram. The Mississippi State product plays with a style of reckless abandon that is pleasing to the eye. Mississippi State safety Jonathan Abram, with nearly 100 tackles last year, always around the action, takes good angles, needs to be more consistent as a tackler, but he'll track ya down. Pic.twitter.com/7defioish, Michael Kist, at Michael Kissinful, March 25, 2019. Abram is at his best when he is able to fly forward to affect the running and short passing games of opposing offenses. Abram displays impressive burst, which enables him to chase down and strike ball carriers from sideline to sideline. Abram does show the ability to flip his hips, turn, takes away the deep vertical route here. Pic.twitter.com/DK5Inc9DTJ, John Owning, at John Owning, March 23, 2019. Though coverage isn't his strength, Abram displays the ability to flip his hips, turn and run with vertical routes against wide receivers and tight ends. Furthermore, when Abram does allow initial separation on vertical routes, he displays outstanding recovery speed, which enables him to close the gap and potentially affect the pass. Despite these promising traits, further investigation into Abram's skill set reveals a lot of imperfections that could lessen Abram's effectiveness in the NFL, though some will label Abram as aggressive. Reckless may be the appropriate term. Because Abram routinely looks for the big hit, he fails to come to balance at the tackle point and ends up missing a lot of tackles against slippery ball carriers. Abram's aggressiveness also makes him too easily influenced by play fakes and play action, which will be fully taken advantage of by NFL offensive coordinators. In coverage, Abram's biggest problem is his severe lack of anticipation, which leads to receivers and tight ends generating a ton of separation on breaking routes against Abram. On top of that, Abram has a bad tendency to bite on play action, causing him to be easily manipulated by opposing offenses. Abram has to learn to be more disciplined or he will be a liability against the best play-action offenses. Listed at 5'11" and 205 pounds, Abram is the same size as Xavier Woods but would be most effective in a role similar to Jeff Heath, who is 2 inches taller and nearly 10 pounds heavier. With Abram's reckless style, there are legitimate concerns about whether his body will hold up in a strong safety role in the NFL. Still, there is no question that Abram's best fit is at strong safety, as Abram's ability to play forward and effect the run from the box are his strongest traits. Asking Abram to perform consistently in man or deep zone coverage is a foolish endeavor and will likely do more harm than good for a defense. While he has been a name who has been commonly connected with the Cowboys' second-round pick No. 58 overall, Abram's reckless play style and lack of anticipation in coverage push down Abram's value to the third round. My grade, 7.27, third round. Jaylon Ferguson, Louisiana Tech edge source. The pre-draft process has not been kind to Jaylon Ferguson thus far. After a mediocre showing at the Senior Bowl, Ferguson was disinvited from the NFL Combine after it was revealed that he was convicted of simple battery during his freshman year for a fight at a McDonald's. At his pro day, Ferguson came in heavy and ran slow, which is incredibly concerning for a pass rusher. After weighing in at 6'4" and 271 pounds, Ferguson posted an awful 3-cone, 8.08, and short shuttle, 5.12 times to go along with average to below numbers in the jumps, 9'9" broad jump, 32-inch vertical, and 40-yard dash, 4.82. Since 1999, the worst 3-cone time posted by an edge defender was 7.98 seconds by Deshaun Hand, who played a lot of defensive tackle too, per mock draftable, which was a full tenth of a second faster than Ferguson. Moreover, the worst short shuttle time by an edge defender since 1999 was 5.04 seconds, Preston Williams in 2003, per mock draftable. That is nearly a tenth of a second faster than Ferguson. It's difficult to overstate just how bad these times are for an edge defender, a position that relies a great deal on athleticism. Making matters worse, Ferguson's poor athletic testing is confirmed on tape, as he looks stiff when trying to corner at the apex of his rush. Ferguson's lack of speed and flexibility severely hinder his ability to win on the outside rush track off the edge, and his inability to threaten with speed will make it difficult for Ferguson to set up inside counters. Despite his athletic limitations, Ferguson does have notable power in his hands, which enabled him to become the FBS record holder in career sacks, 45, while at Louisiana Tech. Ferguson also displays impressive variety with his hand technique, showing an ability to win with long arms, cross chops, snatches and jerk moves. Speed to power is where Ferguson is going to find success in the NFL, as he can take advantage of his length and powerful hands. Ferguson abused Conference USA tackles with his speed-to-power rushes throughout his career, as his power and length were simply overwhelming for the small school pass protectors. Ferguson's power also translates well against the run, where he does well to set a strong edge in the run game. Despite putting himself in a good initial position, Ferguson often struggles to disengage from a fit. He struggles to get off blocks. Ferguson is one of the most fascinating evaluations in the entire 2019 NFL draft class. He has an elite history of production in Conference USA, solid tape but posted all-time bad times in the agility drills, short shuttle and 3-cone drill, which, along with the 10-yard dash, are the most important drills for pass rushers during athletic testing. Ultimately, Ferguson's skill set isn't strong enough to make you forget about the abysmal agility times, which is why it'd be foolish to select Ferguson before day 3 of the NFL draft. Many will be confused as to why the GBS record holder in career sacks grades out as a day 3 pick. However, it must be stated that the level of competition plays a huge factor in Ferguson's elite production. He took advantage of the poor pass sets, hand placement, footwork and timing of Conference USA offensive tackles. When Ferguson played a higher level of competition at the Senior Bowl, he looked ordinary, as he struggled to make a notable impact throughout the week. grade, 7.08, 4th round. Enjoy this post. See more film rooms here. How Cowboys' new free agent additions could help Dallas in 2019. Twitter, @JohnOwning. More in Cowboys news.